First things first, can y'all hear me? Is that good? Y'all can hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear anybody in the chat? Oh, I thought you were saying, yeah, you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hey, how y'all doing? Can you hear me? Okay, that's why I'm like, everybody's saying hi, but nobody's saying they can hear me. Okay, sorry about last night, you guys. So I'm back to so we can redo this thing. I guess I had my microphone muted like the first 8 minutes of last night's live and didn't realize it. So my bad. All right, but let's get into it. How's everyone doing on this evening? I know I'm a little late. But like I said, I may be late, but I'm gonna be there. Okay. And I feel like that counts for a whole lot. Hit that like button as y'all come in. Welcome to the channel. Aries the Emperor here. Thank you guys for joining me. This is an all Aries channel, as majority of you guys know. If not, welcome to those of you who are just joining the community. We would always love to have you. Cross watchers as well. If you'd like to connect with me, all of my information is located in the description box down below. I am going to start a candle sale starting tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna make an announcement and post it across all my platforms, Instagram, the Aries Emperor Instagram page, as well as here. Um, and I've kind of been dibbling and dabbling in TikTok again a little bit. So if you see me, actually me, not somebody that's stealing my content and creating fake pages of me, you gonna know it's me when you see me because the content is new. Well, I take that back because they be stealing all my new content. I'm not even gonna lie. So, but you gonna know it's me. You gonna know it's me. Um, but yeah, that's what I have so far. If you'd like to connect with me, ariestheemperor.com is the website. I am working to get both candle orders and personal readings out to you guys. So stay tuned. I'm super excited. Let's get into this read, y'all. Let's see what messages come out for you in the spread. You read the title. Okay, let's get into it. Sun in Scorpio, moon in Capricorn. Mm. It's very interesting that the moon is in Capricorn because that's the energy where people look at you from a space, whether you're up here and they feel like they're down here or whatever. It's just you against everybody on the front line, like Meg said. All right. They're looking at you under the type of scope of what you've accomplished thus far in life. That's the energy that I'm getting. People are looking at your age and their age, what you were doing, what they were doing. You get what I'm saying? How you got along the path you're on, or how you're getting on that path, or it's given that type of energy because 10th house revolves around who you are in the community, in the world, in your family. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know it. They'll do it to you because you might have the doctor, the sister that's the lawyer or the doctor or whatever, and you're the artist. You know what I'm saying? You may not feel like you get the same respect, shine, or whatever, because they looking at that piece of paper. They looking at that title. They looking at how others treat them when they use these said words. You know what I mean? That get them to the front of the line, or you know, ahead in life. It's really giving that energy. But people, that's one thing, and that's safe. And ain't nothing wrong with safe. You know what I mean? But I have to speak to a type of individual that's not safe. because I know how I was once upon a time. And that's necessary for this type of thing to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not gonna play it safe. That's why you have radicals out here and people that create movements and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's very real. And it's not what you do, it's always how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So you are the how you do it. I feel like to these people here. And what you getting shine for is maybe some people feel like you shouldn't be getting shine for or known for, or, forging a way or a path or speaking on or an expertise in or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it's giving that energy. That type of thing sparks rumors and it's surrounding you. So let's pull a few cards and see what comes out. Speak, spirit. It's amazing what a little fresh air will do for you, y'all. And it's been raining all weekend where I am, and I've still been loving it. And I hope y'all have been too. And it's very unfortunate, a lot of the things that are happening here. But you got to find somewhere to keep yourself balanced. All right. So changes will be made. It's never over. And you still miss me. Is this true, Aries? Missing you is all or is it kissing you? I did that wrong, but hey, it could be missing you, kissing you. Hmm. Somebody feels like it's not over. Let's see. Give me one more, spirit. Some people never change. So how is this? Changes will be made, and some people never change. This could be an energy. I feel like right now, this is like I said, especially with this chakra energy here, is what this lady is giving, right? You see? Okay, follow me. So in this energy, I feel like you've had people who have pretended, that for whatever reasons, to get next to you, close to you, to get to know you, to find out information about you. This is people who are fakes, like Aries. I'm getting the energy where a lot of you guys have imposters in your life right now here. And it's just the vibration and the frequency that you are on, the way that your chakras, how they activate, and they go into defense mode, defense mechanism, or protection mode, however you want to look at it, and it's like an energy where you're gonna know you're gonna get sick when it's certain energies you don't have no business being around. Things are not going to fit when you around energies and when you're doing things that aren't working for you, and it's continuing to push you in the same cycle over and over again. I feel like that's where that energy comes in, and this is only to protect you. This is how far the universe is willing to go for such a star seed as yourself. And that's why you get things in black and white. You have to receive them in black and white because you would be the energy that would sway. People would feel like they could come in and kind of rearrange your chakras. You know what I'm saying? Disarm them, deactivate them, and pour in and put in whatever poison or whatever it is that they would like. Because that's what that it's never energy means. It's never over energy means. That's like somebody saying they got the open door and they know all the right buttons to push and pull whenever necessary. And whatever type of setting, family member, coworker, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. some people never change. And spirit is that's one thing you gonna get if you don't get nothing else when it come down to these lessons. Cause you gonna get sick. And some of y'all already know this. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for that $4.99 super chat. Alan said, appreciate your readings. They led me to a Goodfellas place over the last month. That's what's up. Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies too, by the way. But that I am so happy to hear that. And that's what it's all about. I'm telling you, you move yourself personally, spiritually in a new space. Everything else is gonna follow suit with you. You know what I mean? Piece by piece. And that's what it's really about. All right, we have detour. Like I said, for you, you're never being pushed back. You never being kicked back. You never being slowed down. If anything, it's another route that's having to be made for you because you have so many people or energies are trying to get in and figure out, you know, where your next location, where you gonna be at to attack, to strike next. You know what I mean? Pride keeps us apart. That word pride. Ooh wee. Let's get into this tarot, y'all. I've had enough of this oracle talk. Let's see what type of movement it is that you stirring up, Aries. What type of rumors are being spread when it comes to you, Aries? Messages for Aries. I feel like this is also an energy of like the conservative party against the free will party, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the righteous party on one end, and you have, you know, Sagittarius is that fun, fire, flirty energy, and then that Capricorn moon energy is like being in your head, you know, afraid to even, you know, just do a cartwheel in front of everybody. You know, you, like I said, people get to a certain age or a certain point in life, of course you're gonna crash out. You know, where's the humor in your life? Where's the joy? Where's the kid in you? Who says you have to run that out? You know what I mean? Honestly, that's what keeps you here longer, if you want to be frank about it. Messages for Aries spirit. What's really going on? Because I want to know. I need to know on behalf of the collective. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hit that like button as you guys come in. Thank you for joining me. Show your girls some love, because each and every last one of y'all is a star in the room. And you know this. They know this. And I feel like that's a rumor. You know what I mean? Is at one point I think people felt like it was safe, you know, for them to put in their low, push through their low vibrational tendencies. You know, as I feel like people thought it was safe, you know, that they ran you out of town, or that they quieted you down. You know, it's just a giving the energy, and sadly, maybe you were somewhere wandering in the woods and needing to find a light for your star again, you know, and but I feel like you found it, you know, that's for sure, because if nothing else, you're still the one carrying the actual star. So nothing has changed. Even though it says changes will be made, those changes are being made for the betterment of you. And I like that. You know what I mean? The star is still having hope in something, even when they thought they snatched it. You know what I mean? Is still that faith is there, like it's never been there before. And it's a loss, you know what I mean? Definitely not on your part, because you connect so hard when it comes down to not just in your relationships, to the point where you don't even got to ask nobody what they feeling. You could probably already know what they feeling. You already know what their favorite this is and their favorite that is. And that's just something that you able to do without even trying. You know what I mean? Tell me you're an earth angel without telling me you're an earth angel. Aries is what this is giving with this star energy. Okay. I could keep going if you'd like me to. Messages for Aries spirit. Uh-oh, don't you start that tonight. Eight of Wands. Something, baby, is coming in hot and it's coming in heavy is what this Eight of Wands energy is. This is, when you're at a restaurant, your favorite restaurant, and it's rush hour. They slammed, but it's so good that you're gonna sit out there, put your name on that list, and go sit out there on that bench outside of the building and wait till it's your turn to go in there and eat because it's that good. Aries, that's you. You know what I mean? That's your energy here. And if that's the type of thing you want to attract in for yourself, then that's the type of window, that's the type of thing that you have the ability to be able to do. You don't just have this resource to be able to go through and use. You have this one over here and this one over here and this one over here. And guess what? Whoever think they trying to shut something down, they're not even connected to what you got going on over here. That's the type of abilities that you are as a star, connecting to other places and things that ain't got nothing to do with nothing or anybody else. Just like in the star. You know what I mean? And this right here is more Sagittarius energy. So that alone is a power. That alone is a movement. Do you hear me? An individual movement connected into something and someone else, but at the same time you can detach, remove, or move on to something else whenever you get ready. And that good energy gonna follow you. You may have to take cover. Some of y'all may already be dealing with a lot coming in, and if you're not ready and you've been asking for this is something that you definitely should be getting ready for. The Emperor. I know we are shadow period of Mercury retrograde right now. So definitely take that into consideration as well. So the Emperor is here. But like I said, this speaks volumes of what you are able to go up against. And not only go up against, but be the successful one. I feel like people are speaking on how there may have been this tough exterior to you that I feel like people kind of like judge or people feel like you may have about yourself. But I feel like it's the total opposite. There's an energy of, people are starting to see different layers of you. And it just may be something that they're getting. It's a privilege for them to see, really, because a lot of you guys are opening up, and are starting to show those like I said, those star seed sides of you, that are now, it's time for them, to things have been shifted around and it's time for them to come to the forefront, so that you can further shine in this next chapter or period of your divine life. With the Six of Pentacles, this is what you get next. What you put out now is that Sagittarius energy, like the lottery. You waiting to see what's going to come in for you is really how this is about to be set up. And people are starting to wonder, what did they really call in for themselves? What did they really ask for themselves here? Because somehow, you look like an energy that has nothing, comes from nothing. You're alone. There's nobody, but somehow you click your heels and you have an entire empire. You know what I'm saying? An entire Wizard of Oz type situation going on here. You're finished? Okay. My little one's under the weather, so gonna keep an eye on him throughout the night. All right, we have the Magician, Aries energy. Rumor has it, that witchcraft stuff may not be so scary. All All right, we have 7 of Cups. Not saying that you practice witchcraft or anything of the sorts, but I'm just saying in general here. It's you pulling cats out of your bag. You're pulling rabbits out of your hat, Aries. Is what it feels like to people. I feel like it's kind of how people are like talking about you or seeing you, judging you in some way, shape, or form, literally. And then look at this. I didn't even pay attention to this. I swear I didn't. This 7 of Cups here, she pulling frappuccinos out of her damn hat, honey. She's a bad one. Do you hear me? I'm talking about hot and cold, hot and iced. But that's what it is. You know what I mean? And then that's what you giving. You dishing it out. Oh, you feel like you want to give Aries the cold shoulder. Oh, here, let me ice that up a little bit more for you. Oh, okay. You mad at me? Oh yeah, let me give you this frap hot. You know what I'm saying? This macchiato hot. Going on about your hot ass way. Okay? Before they get a tower slung in their direction. You know what I mean? Go talk about that. Rumor mill that. All right, we have the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. And the tower to come out. Ooh, this is an energy like people, like I said, they have it all wrong. Somebody that's supposed to be so aggressive and so impatient and just, somebody that's just like a pushy energy, or you're supposed to be obsessive, or you bring bad luck, or it's like given like you're a liability of some sort here. You are going to ruin what you touch, or whoever comes into contact with you is not going to be a positive outcome, and ain't none of that shit the truth. It's the furthest from the truth. You know what you giving? Wheel of Fortune all day, every day. And you know what somebody else was given? A catastrophe. They were the issue. They were the clinger on. They were the holder backer. They were the chakra mixer up. You know what I mean? They were the problem shifter. And I'm not saying that you're perfect in no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? You done threw a couple towers. I know you have. You know what I'm saying? You done pulled a couple emperor moves. I know you have. You know what I'm saying? But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And when I say that, when it comes down to it, and the fact of repenting, taking accountability, making amends, and clearing your heart space, and from there moving forward, that's a big difference. And Aries, you the king, queen of that. I can salute you on that any day. That's one of the biggest things. People don't lose respect for you because they can't. That's why you the tower. It take a lot to bring some shit down, to a lot to be honest, in something, whether it's hurtful, shameful, something that's, joyful, whatever. You can reach in there and pull that out. Everybody not ready for that to be reached in there and pull, and that to be pulled out. And I have to stop myself a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Because we be doing too much, we be saying too much, and people don't be wanting to hear all of that. Even if it is something that they do need to hear, you need to let people hear certain things on their own time, is what I'm getting from some of this as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. It's a breakdown to this, and a lot of things that people, even if you was to start to try and explain to them, they wouldn't get it. They're not chosen for the job. Okay, King of Pentacles, you are. This is where you reside. These are your chambers. You know what I mean? 4 of Swords, literally, these are your chambers, your bed chambers. King of Pentacles. You're supposed to be comfortable here. Anybody else that come, if they're supposed to be there, they a visitor, and they are to be treated as such and gone on about their way. People could be speaking on how you make your money, how it may be a little easier than what they have to do to make theirs. Yeah, with the Fool and the Chariot, people feel like you don't do much and you're still able to move forward a lot faster in some way. People may feel like you've had people that are connected to in higher spaces that have helped you get to higher spaces yourself. I feel like people feel like some of you guys may embellish stories as well. And I'm just don't take this how it resonates. This ain't got to be true about you. I'm just telling you what's coming out of here because here's the moon right here. And what you think they saying about you, I'm pretty sure they saying the opposite. And especially if you think it's good with the moon and the Hierophant. This is someone who is against your beliefs. This is like someone against how you live, how you're seen. And this is someone who is very sensitive themselves. You know, they really don't have room to talk, and they definitely wouldn't be able to handle the criticism that they're dishing out with this Knight of Cups here. Not even a king. Justice. Yeah. I feel like somebody is confused. It's like an energy of someone thought that they were going to checkmate you in some way, shape, or form, that they thought that you were going to continue to be as lenient, you know, as you've always been with this justice energy and this Knight of Cups, because I feel like you were supposed to stray one way in something, or you're maybe you thought you were going to go one way in something, and now you're coming to the realization, or someone's coming to the realization, that you're actually straying in a different direction that is one of alignment, justice. You know, like the Knight of Cups gives like an energy out of spilling your heart, you know, to the universe, or just to somebody that, you know, feel like you didn't get a fair shot with, or something you didn't get a fair shot at. You very well are going to get a fair shot at. And whoever, like I said, whoever, whatever, physical or spiritual, that thought that you were gonna sway this way, baby, you swaying the right way all day, every day. Now it's like it's a habit now. If it's not, then that's the energy that you need to move into. It's gonna be a positive habit, and people are not going to believe it. They're not gonna be able to take it. Hell, they really gonna be coming up with rumors and all kind of BS. Because all these, like the Emperor, that's major. The Magician is major. The Moon is major. Like you're the theme, main character energy. Three of Pentacles. And like I said, you that alignment, look at all three of these hands connecting like a triangle. Like Captain America. What was that show? Where they all had them watches back in the day? Captain Planet. I think that was Captain Planet. It's given that. You know what I'm saying? You have other allies, and like I said, other things out here in this world that are going to make sure that you the star and that you twinkle where you supposed to each night and every fucking night, morning, noon, night, whenever you need to take stage. And they gonna talk about that. You're like, is that Aries still up there in that sky? I thought that star was gone. No, it was just cloudy that night. It was just cloudy that day. You know what I'm saying? No. Because like I said, you coming through like this wheel each and every time. Spirit ain't got nothing but fortune that's finna dish out your way. Because, honey, you are loved. You are cherished, and you are most definitely placed. And just look at that. You got people scurrying and even the damn rat on your damn heels. Be careful with that. Symbolic. You get your money right. You get your funds right. You finally get to that number you've been trying to get to, that space in life. And here come these rats. And then here, you see these women right here? These the women that owe you money. The folks that owe you money, they trying to hurry up. They done went and bought new furs and all this other ridiculous ass stuff whole time. Look how this lady looking, girl. And you know you owe me some money. Why you trying to jump fresh? You got energies out here like they just jumped off the wheel. Like they just hit a lick. You hear me? And meanwhile, you over here busting it and breaking your back. We're not doing this to ourselves. You're not doing this to yourself, Aries, in no way. You the one working for the money, or you the one working for it, and somebody coming in and think they finna look better than you. Huh. You know. You didn't put in on this. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And a lot of y'all, if you want what you asking for, you're gonna have to get into this. There's no way around it. And you're gonna be on one side, and whoever is on this other side, y'all gonna have to balance each other out some way, somehow. Or you gonna deal with this every day, all day, Five of Wands. I feel like this is the energy of people fighting on everybody think they right. Everybody think they know everything, and you just let them talk. You just let them do. Just let them go. You know what I'm saying? You hear more talking and loudness from the other room. You could barely even get rest in your own room to even think. And it's just the problem, it's just some people, it's just you got energies out here are just talk, 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 talk. All they want to be is seen, 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 seen. That's not productive. You ain't gonna get nothing but chaos out of that. It's people feeling like, oh, now they think because some of these layers are peeling back about you, or maybe they found out some type of information about you, that now they can compete with you on the right level. Now they can, you know what I mean, come in and shake things up, toss things around the right way, because it's a thing with you where people are not ever really just sure. Like you have to really, they really have to watch you to really to even feel it, if to think that it's something that they can pick on you and pick apart or bully. Seven of Pentacles, but you're never in one space for long, Aries. And I feel like day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you have been consistently showing that. You have a track record. Okay. When they say facts, they was talking about you. You know what I mean? And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is. It's that date again for whoever it is to come do their round and they check up, because that's what Mercury retrograde energy is, spinning the block. That can happen. Delays on, if you guys are celebrating holidays, expect delays. Make extra time. You know what I mean? And be ready for unexpected things. This is the energy where things are going to slow down. Okay. And malfunction. All right. So, but every season, that it's time for that someone feels it's time for you to malfunction, when they do look up and see you, it's far from a malfunction. It's oiled pretty nicely, as a matter of fact. It's whistling, it's pristine. The way you got this baby running around here, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? So it's startling the way you have everything around here. So I feel like that's another rumor. Is really, really refreshing. This Aries energy that people really just thought was so heavy and hot. And maybe it is, but it's the good kind of heavy and hot. Let me just put that out there. Time is it? 10:25. What we got there? Temperance in reverse, and you got them boiling. What I say earlier, hot and heavy. They hot, cold, whatever. Fake imposter is what that is. A fake earth angel. Two of Wands. Meanwhile, you somewhere meditating for real, burning real fire, baby. Taking real energy in. Out there in this sick, it is like the factory is poisoning the land. And look at her in there, safe and sound, away from all that poison, whether that's poison in your mind or your body, your spirit. And people are saying that whatever poison that there was that they was trying to feed you, baby, you are regurgitating. You're getting it out of you, out of your pores. You sweating it out. Six of Cups, literally. And that's Scorpio energy. High Priestess. Between now and Pisces season, you can expect another full circle moment. I can't explain to you personally because this is something between you and the divine. This may be a cycle. Like I said here, there's many cycles that we have opened and that are going to close, and that we have started anew and that are going to close, and so forth here. So just like this Ten of Swords energy and this Hanged Man Pisces energy, confirmation. You got Scorpio energy here right now and High Priestess energy. So people know what you are rooted in, you are deeply rooted in. It's something I feel like people are refreshed about. Some people are happy. But like I said, the theme bittersweet has been coming up, and I feel a lot of people are shamed. They feel shameful. Look at this. Why else would people need to make up rumors about you? You know what I mean? Why else like would people feel intimidated? The Empress, I mean the High Priestess, is a part of a high society, a secret high society. You know what I mean? And as you know, it's something that you have to be chosen and invited into. That's a movement that people can't even see to even figure out how you even able to connect with or continue to be blessed by, or put intentions and manifest out of. With this Emperor, we know what the Emperor do. It's just something like an energy of 300. You moving with them soldiers, baby. It's no limit type energy. Did y'all watch the verses last night? I saw some clips, but I didn't watch it. It was funny what I did see, but this says Long Bubby Susie. I ain't never heard of her before, but it's a shame. So somebody could be wearing the scarlet letter S because they don't ran their damn mouth, and now they gotta stick and put their foot in their mouth for running it when it comes to you. And meanwhile, you're just out here trying to make the world a better place. Imagine that. Hmm. Well, I love you guys. I know it's late, y'all. I'll be back on in the morning. We'll start a new, fresh week. And you guys, whether you're going to work, getting ready for your week, I hope you have an amazing one. Thank you so much for joining. Mwah. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Ciao. Good night.